you have a link to the YouTube stream or? Okay, cool. Oh yeah, sorry, it's also on the Bookstore. Yep, thank you. Oh yeah, I just heard the delay. I heard myself say thank you. Cool. Yeah, I can hear myself.
Hello everyone, welcome to the tour today. Please let us know if you can hear us, all right? And Kevin, can you talk so they can hear you?
Oh yeah, for sure. Just want to make sure I can be heard here. How's everyone doing? Welcome to our stream.
Feel free to use the chat function of the stream to let us know if you cannot hear us, can't hear us, to say hi, to tell us how your first day of school went. Or otherwise, we're just gonna start and assume that you can hear us. Oh, great, they can hear us. Awesome, then let's get started. Hi, Huskies, welcome to the pack. We are very excited to have you on the tour with us today because, as you know, we couldn't do tours in person since COVID happened and we were really lonely, very sad, but gladly that you are here today. Thank you for joining us. Before we start, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Yuan Si. I am a senior in industrial design. I am a campus tour guide. I grew up in Beijing, China, which is very far from here. I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but if you ever want to pay a visit, try all the food, please. They're cheap and so good. Kevin, take it over.
Thank you. My name is Kevin. I'm a junior here at UW, and I'm majoring in psychology. And I'm from San Ramon, California. That is just a suburban city east of San Francisco in the Bay Area. If you want to visit, we've got a Target, a Whole Foods, and the whole 9 yards. So, I'm very happy.
Sounds very attractive.
Oh, yeah.
I love to pay a visit. I love Target so much. Yeah, and we also have our email address right here in case you want to ask any questions after the tour or just to say hi. And if our majors resonate with what you want to study in the future, feel free to shoot us a message. We'd love to introduce the majors to you. Or if you just want to know what are some good restaurants on the app, and we'd love to tell you everything that we know. All right. Why don't we do some ice-breaking activities? So, Kevin, today is first day of school. It's not really our first day of school, but do you remember your first day of college?
I do. Thanks for asking. I came in as a freshman with, I came in doing the early fall start program. So that was about a month early of having just one class. And for freshmen only, you could live in the dorms on campus and go to that class each day. And it was very fun. That first day, I was a little nervous, but mostly excited to see who was in my class. And I got really lucky and have a great roommate who I'm still living with today that I met through random matching. So yeah, living in the dorm. Yeah, it was fun.
Huskies, feel free to use the chat and tell us about your first day. How was your first lecture? How was your first couple of days in the residence halls? How's your food situation? I don't know if you guys are using the dining halls on campus. Sometimes I miss it, sometimes I hate it. Just tell us everything. And in exchange, I like to tell you a semi-funny story of my first day of college. So I came here, I didn't do the early fall start program, but I did lived in a dorm. It was one of the legacy buildings on North Campus called Haggett. From the outside, it kind of looks like a prison. On the inside, it looks even more like a prison because all the cells are hexagon shaped, and everybody has to use communal bathroom. But the communal bathroom is a really magical place. Like when you're all kind of half naked, wrapped in your towel, you just start talk about deep things in life. Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know, that kind of thing. And I went to lots of Doc Days events with my new friends I met in my dorm. I don't know if you guys have been to other Doc Days events. I hope this is not the only and last one you've ever been to. It is really fun to just go to events with your friends, and there are lots of free stuff. Unfortunately, we don't have in-person Doc Days events this year, but there are lots of awesome ones online, and don't miss out. We'd love to hear about your first day stories. Feel free to share anything that you feel comfortable with, and we will start going on campus. Voila! Look at that. All right, so we are on Red Square. Wait, Red Square looks a little different today. What's going on here? Kevin, can you tell me what's going on? I'm a little confused.
Yeah, it's looking a little busy, but it looks like there are a ton of different RSOs or clubs for UW that are set up in the Red Square with their booths. Typically around this time of year, we have our Dog Days RSO Fair, and that's able to show and display a tons of different clubs here on campus.
Wow. Kevin, do you know? Actually, let's throw this question to the audience. Hi, Huskies. Do you guys know how many RSOs / clubs that we have on campus? Please give us some numbers of your guess, and let's see if it comes close to what we have on campus. Any guesses?
Yeah, any guesses you have, you can just throw in the chat. I'll tell you it's a pretty decently high number. It's the only hint I'll give. Oh, nice. Yeah. Debbie, really close. 900 plus. You are right. It is over 900.
Yeah, I think we have close to 1,000 clubs on campus. It sounds crazy
Mm-hmm.
now. In my high school, we only had like 30 clubs, and when I was in high school, I thought that was huge. And then I came to UW. It blew my mind. Why don't we talk about some clubs that we are involved in? Kevin, I remember you told me about you in a really fun improv club. Tell us about it.
Totally. Yeah. So when I was a freshman here, I auditioned for and got onto the Collective. We're an improv group here on campus, and we perform improv. We usually perform at the Ethnic Cultural Theater on West Campus, but now in our digital age, we'll all be on Zoom. So it's been a really fun experience. The first year I did it, really was able to open up and just have fun with people in my club, and we really got to know each other super well. So been a positive experience. And if you want to know more, we're actually having a free show this Friday at 8:45. You can find it as an event on Facebook, the Dog Days show from the Collective. So yeah.
Woohoo, don't miss out. And for me, I was in a pretty similar club but does slightly different things. I was in the UW Comedy Club right here. So I was really into watching stand-up comedies, Netflix specials on Netflix. You know, I pay for a subscription. I better watch something that's fun. And I think 2 years ago, I watched Ali Wong's Baby Cobra, and I just fell in love with the way she tells stories and how women suffer in a really fun way. And I grew up with pretty strict Asian parents who love to complain about life, so I'm pretty salty in life, and I need a creative outlet to let out my saltiness. So I picked up comedy, and I really liked standing on stage and telling about shitty things in my life. So I joined the comedy club, and we don't just talk about dad jokes. We do have good ones. And like your club, we also have shows at the Ethnic Culture Theater. I think I performed there twice for open mics. And because comedy is so common everywhere and there's lots of comedy clubs in Seattle, you can just go to any club and sign up for an open mic. Although you probably wait in line for lots of dirtbags and old people, but don't be afraid. Just stand on the stage and talk about funny things in your life, and people will appreciate how genuine you are and how brave you are. And I think the comedy club have or already had a show for Dog Days. Wait, is that the information right here? Let's check it out. Oh god. Hopefully I'm not giving you guys motion sickness. Hey, look at that. We already had a stand-up comedy virtual show this past week, but you know what? They're gonna have more shows coming up in the quarter, so give them a follow and check it out. Oh, wait a minute. There is a line. Kevin, do you know what this line was for?
Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up on the stream here. Is it the line of the purple carpet on the red square?
Yep. It's right in front of Allegro building.
Oh yes, the infamous T-shirt line. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right in front of Odegaard there's a ton of people who sign up for free T-shirts, typically in our Dog Days events. I believe it's during the RSO fair, if not for the most part, like throughout Dog Days, they have free shirts. I'm not sure if you can get any this year because we're online, but if you can, we'll post something and let you know.
Yep, we'll definitely reach out to Alaska Airlines again and be like, hey guys, I know you're not gonna come to campus and sponsor us for like 10,000 free T-shirts this year, but you know what? The new students do need some T-shirts, because everybody likes free T-shirts, and you can't stop because COVID happened. So we'd love to have some free T-shirts. I'll definitely email them and let you know how that goes.
Awesome, that sounds good. Yeah, get some free stuff. I always use those free shirts for basically pajamas, real comfy. Breathe well.
They're 100% cotton. I love that. Yeah, why don't we head to actually one of my favorite spots on campus. Is right next to the Red Square. It's called the Quad. I'm slowly walking there on my tiny feet in Minecraft using somebody else's account. It's interesting, like all the Minecraft characters are the same size, but like in real life there are people who are taller, there are people who are shorter. Like I'm a really short person, and in my dream I wish I'm 6 feet tall and have long legs so I can walk faster on campus, because the UW campus is huge, and sometimes between my classes I had to literally run from one side of the campus to the other side of the campus. I think I'm flying faster. Let me see.
Yeah, no, this campus is pretty large. It's got a ton of beautiful buildings, and I love just all these areas with trees, so much greenery. But yeah, it's definitely sometimes a crunch between the 10-minute period between classes to go to and from sides of campus. It's a bit of a fun race.
Yep, especially on the quad that we are at right now. As you can see, it is full of cherry blossom, the cherry trees, and in springtime they all get full bloom and it becomes really beautiful and attracts tourists from all over the world to visit the quad. And as you can imagine, it gets really crowded. Not good for COVID precaution, but pre-COVID it was a scene. So in springtime I would avoid coming through this area. I would just walk around outside of the quad so I don't have to be late for my class all the time. Speaking of the quad, I haven't been on campus for a while and I just didn't really go there this springtime. Kevin, what do people usually do on the quad when it's nice and sunny outside?
Oh gosh, I would do that year before last, like when it was in full bloom in the spring. You hang out in the quad. Sometimes you study, sometimes you procrastinate, play frisbee, spike ball, but a lot of people just lounge out there and mostly like taking pictures with the cherry blossoms. It's a fun experience.
I had a really funny story about taking a picture of the cherry blossom. So when I don't stream and when I don't give tours, I am a photographer. And one year, let me actually show you the cherry tree that was my favorite. I believe it is this one right here. So one year, as I mentioned before, I'm really short, I'm 5'1". And everybody, I just wanted to get close shots of the beautiful cherry blossom petals. But all the branches, the shortest are like at least 6 foot tall. So I need to get taller. But at the time, I didn't have a boyfriend who could lift me up, so I just grabbed a ladder. So I stood on the ladder and I was able to get really close macro photos of the cherry blossom, close-up shots. And then the next day, my friend found me on the front page of Seattle Times. Woohoo! So obviously a photographer from Seattle Times was just taking photos of people taking photos on the quad. And then he found me standing on the ladder being really funny. And he made me famous for a little while. Yeah, that was like my most glorious moment at my time at UW. I don't know if it's good or sad. Yeah.
That's perfect. Caught on a ladder.
Yep. I'm glad it's not like the president be like, get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, before we actually go beyond the quad, I'd like to thank this building on the left at the end of the quad. This is the art building. So I am a design major and I pretty much lived in this building. I had a studio which is full of foam, cardboard, and models and people's sketches, leftover Trader Joe's frozen food, and lots of overnight crunches and sleepy design students. And if you ever want to go to some really hidden gems, like a really secret insider cafe on campus, there is a cafe called Parnassus at the basement of the art building. When you go there the first time, you totally will get lost. But don't worry about it. Just try it and follow the signs. Ask the people who are in the building that look like sleep deprived. They will definitely know what the cafe is because they are our students and we are always sleep deprived. Yeah.
Yeah, I had an art. Oh,
sorry.
I had an art history. Oh, you're totally good. Yeah, I had an art history class down there right next to the cafe, which was really funny. I'd always see people coming in and out for coffee. I'd see the regulars. It's a bit of a maze, but it's fun. Go explore the art building when it opens back up.
Yeah, and even when you're waiting for your getting your coffee, there are 2 sketchbooks that belong to the cafe. You can pick it up, flip through it, and see some weird random art that people left when they were waiting for their coffee. You can even leave your own piece of art on there, and it will stay there probably forever.
That's so cool.
My favorite drink there is the sweet chai. It's good to have it hot in winter and good to have it iced in summer. It just tastes like milk. But if you're lactose intolerant, you can always use non-dairy milk replacement. And if you're hungry in the morning, they have really cheap bagels. But you probably want to go there before 9 because the 8:30 classes, our student will usually take all of it. Don't miss out. All right, where should we go next, Kevin? We're at a
Let's
spot
see.
where we can go anywhere.
Yeah, we can go to the hub yard. That's a nice area. Another little open field.
Okay, my feet can hurt, so let's just teleport ourselves.
Yeah, I think once you get senior standing at UW, you get that function in real life too. You can just teleport.
The teleport is tired too. Okay, it's not teleporting me. Okay, I'm just gonna fly there. Because it's not that far.
Yeah, so the hub yard is just a little bit past the quad, behind it, and also next to Red Square. So we're sort of checking out all the central spots on campus.
Yeah, and the full name of the hub is called Husky Union Building, and there's a Husky statue on the outside of the building. It's very touristy, and if you're a UW student, you probably have taken a photo with it. Oh, where's the statue? Okay, I think the Husky was out for a walk right now. You know, dogs need walks every day. I walk my dog 2 or 3 times a day. Yeah, and it might come back later today, but no guarantee because dogs are wild. Yeah, so right now we stand on the hub yard. We are surrounded by the Husky Union Building, the Allen Library, and a secret garden. That was actually my favorite study spot. We can talk about it a little later. But in the hub is where usually our regular campus tour starts. We will just hustle all of you in to a welcome center and give a spiel of what the tour was about and then take you out for a date. However, because this is all virtual and we don't have to hustle into the building anymore, but we still like to show you what you can do inside of the building because it's really fun. Whoa, I'm flying a little fast. Yeah, why don't we go downstairs first? So actually the basement of the hub was my favorite part of the hub. So there's a small University of bookstore at that corner where I usually get some art supplies last minute, and they also have discount books and other UW swags. And there is a hair salon. I've never been, but I always see people sitting there getting their haircuts. Well, this quarantine sort of trained me to become my own hairdresser, so I don't need to spend money on that anymore. And I really like this ice cream place, actually. They have, I think, huckleberry flavored scone that was really good. And there are a bunch of dining places here. I don't come here to eat very much. Kevin, do you have any recommendation?
Oh, I can tell you the whole spiel. I spent my first 2 years eating there sometimes. Yeah.
Tell us about
So
it.
there is, yeah, sure. There's Pagliacci's Pizza, classic pizza. This is the one restaurant. They have two or actually three on campus. So one right here below the hub, and then one on West and North campus. And then from that on the left is the Chinese food.
Oh, I wouldn't call it Chinese food.
Yeah, exactly. It's an attempt to make Chinese food. It's a quick, easy thing, sort of just a quick line style, like pick up your food and go.
Yep.
I always got a ton of fortune cookies at the end.
Yeah, fortune cookies are fun. They always give me something inspiring.
Oh yeah. And then next to that is, I believe it's the Mexican food, and then
they have like $5 nachos and $5 meal, which is pretty neat for students because I don't want to spend too much money on my food.
Yeah, totally. And then right there is Moto Surf. That's some Hawaiian food. So they got some pretty good Kahlua pork or teriyaki. Also got some fried rice.
Oh yeah, I remember that. So they also have a food truck on Red Square. When you go to Red Square and usually see a long line, that's probably Moto Surf. And in winter time, they have a winter special. I believe it's called Loco Moco. It's like sticky rice and beef gravy or pork gravy. I don't remember what gravy, but it is really good. I think it's a little expensive, like $8 or something, but it's totally worth it.
That's awesome. I didn't know they served Loco Moco there. That's perfect.
Yep, but winter only.
Dang, gotta catch it in the winter.
Yeah, I think these are the most popular dining places in the basement, and there's some like places like you can get salad bowl, and there's a ETC grocery store. Oh, and then there is game area.
Oh yeah, the esports arena.
Woohoo! Wait, do we keep going down or is it on this floor? I haven't been there for a while. Oh, I think it's here. Ooh, we're going down. So I believe you can do... Okay, what is this?
I believe that room is where all the computers would be with, they have setups, and I forget how it works. You might have been able to rent it out. There's also some pool tables there, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw pool tables. I also remember there's a bowling place. I don't know if it's still there. So there's a bowling place. You can play bowling with your friends for pretty cheap. Oh my god. Okay, I'm in the dark. No. Alright, I believe that's a dark room for now. Alright. And these are probably rooms for the RSOs. So Hub is kind of like the home for RSOs, and you can rent lockers and rooms for your club to have meetings and stuff. Yeah, why don't we go upstairs? And there are also other really helpful resources in the Hub. Like there's a Q Center for queer students on campus to socialize and get to know each other and get help if they need. And there's ASU Dub. It is like the student government. They have lots of paid positions. You can apply to work for them as a student, and you get paid with actual money. And there's also student legal services. I personally have used it, and it's really cheap. I think you usually get like a 40-minute free consultation, and they just keep giving it to you until you hire them for a case. And then from that on, it's only $15 an hour. You will not get a cheaper lawyer from anywhere else. But hopefully you would never get into a situation where you need a lawyer. I hope not.
Yeah. Well, that's very nice. I didn't even know they offered that. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, they do that. And they're super nice. They're usually law students, but they also have attorneys sort of guiding them through their internship at the law services.
Nice.
Did I miss anything that's important in the hub?
Yeah, that's basically it. Just the center for a bunch of RSOs, a food cafeteria area. It's really nice, just sort of center of campus. And out here, actually, we're looking at the hub lawn.
Mm-hmm.
This is typically where we would see concerts. There would be concerts that would be held for the beginning of the year, for dog days, as well as the end of the year, just a little spring fling.
Oh yeah, I remember that, and it was usually really really fun, and I miss that.
Yeah, no, those were always cool.
Of course. And in front of us is one of the biggest libraries on campus called the Allen Library. Allen Library has sort of two sections, Allen North and Allen South. The Allen South part is a research common where there are lots of booths for students to work in teams, and there are whiteboards and lots of rooms for your team to have a meeting, and like big monitors you can project a slide deck to discuss or to do homework together. And there's a really fun room in Allen North called Media Arcade. I actually work there as a student assistant. So a Media Arcade is like a audiovisual makerspace. You can do video production, like they have the Creative Cloud suite for free to use as UW students. And they also have really the most updated, I believe, iMac Pro, like the big desktop from Apple. Let's see if we can go there actually. Oh my god, it's walking too slow. I'm just gonna teleport.
Yeah, I've actually been up to the media library to edit some videos. It's really nice. The media arcade is very cool.
Okay, I don't think the Media Arcade is on the list, so I'm just gonna walk there slowly. Yeah, and they also have lots of music records where you can just take it out and play on the record player in the space. And they also have lots of equipment to check out, like DSLR camera, video camera, tripods, and even VR headsets if you want to play VR games.
Let's see.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm a little lost. I believe it's this floor. It looks like the door is closed.
Might be up one floor. We have someone letting us know.
Yeah, I think it's, yeah. All right. Okay. For time wise, I think we just give it a pretty fancy introduction. And feel free to check it out once the library opens up. I don't know when that will happen, but it will happen eventually, hopefully during your time at UW, because you have 4 years here. And I don't think COVID will last 4 years. Hopefully not. I would try not. Okay, I'll just say positive things so I won't be responsible for the bad things that I say. Yeah, where should we go now, Kevin?
Let's see. I'd love to see how they built the Ave, which is our like sort of main strip on the side of the campus.
Yeah, I miss it. So I live in West Seattle now, and I think okay. Oh, all right, I'm back. I'm using my boyfriend's headphone, and it was really old.
Yep, I think you're coming through.
Great. Yeah, and now we're walking on the Ave. So the full name of the Ave is called University Way, and then we just thought it sounds lame, so we renamed it the Ave. There are tons of good restaurants on the Ave. Lots of diversity in food. And please comment if you're craving for any type of food, and we're here to give you recommendations. Actually, I'm really hungry right now. I wish I could just
Oh yeah.
teleport myself to the app, like in real life. So if I go there, it's like an hour drive. Terrible. I miss the app so much. I miss the food. I miss Thai
Yeah.
food.
Oh, so many Thai food places, teriyaki places.
Ah,
Someone
yes.
earlier, someone earlier said show us Subway. I guess that's a little further up the app, I believe.
Yeah, it's under a pink building. That building is
Oh
really, really
yeah.
pink. Yeah, I don't know. So Subway doesn't really excite me anymore because I've been here for 4 years, and there's other
Yeah.
good sandwich places like Jimmy
Oh yeah.
John's, and I think there are also some crafty sandwich place. But I'm not really a sandwich person. I'm more into Asian food. So if you need any Asian food recommendation, oh god,
And yeah, we just passed by one of the restaurants we're sponsored by. It's Chiglet, and we're also sponsored by Sweet Alchemy, which is a homemade small batch um, ice cream store, and as well as Ding Tea, tea place.
ooh, I like Dean Tea. They have really good boba. I mean, I'm not really
Nice.
a
Yeah.
boba person. So one time I was like talking with a classmate of mine, and they were like, "Let's go to boba after studio." I'm like, "I'll pass. I don't really like boba." And they're like, "Yuan-si, are you even Asian?" I'm like, "I guess I could be an Asian person who don't like boba, but I do like the boba at Jingti because you can just have the really not sweet and full of milk." Where am I going? All right, I don't know where I'm going. Is this sizzling crunch?
I forget what street that is. Might be. Oh, yeah, that's. Oh yeah, yeah, that is next to the Starbucks, which is on that corner there.
They have good rice bowls and salad bowls and bombies. And right next to it are two of my favorite restaurants, Little Thai and the Korean Tofu House. Um, they look kind of sketch and they're kind of like in a basement area, but they're pretty authentic, I would say. And there's usually a long line waiting outside. And at the Korean Tofu House, they have really, really good bibimbap. I really like that.
Ooh, nice. I'll have to try it out. I haven't been.
Yeah, and there's another Korean tofu house just across the street next to Mott Pizza called Kong
Oh
Tofu
yeah,
House. They also have really good tofu soup and bibimbap.
yeah. And across the way from there, also yeah, there's a bunch of stuff just right around there. There's Orange King, which is a pretty good teriyaki place. There's
Mm-hmm.
also a small locally owned bookstore.
Oh
Very
yeah, and I
cute.
love the secondhand bookstore. I go there all the time for photography and design books because they're usually super expensive as new books, and sometimes they discontinue to publish the ones that are really good because nobody can afford it. You can always find really, I think I just passed it, great deals from the secondhand bookstores, which is right here, Magus Books. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a fun one.
I usually come here right after my payday. I love books. I'm a book hoarder.
Yeah, and right behind it down the alley is a Cafe Allegro, a really cute coffee shop that's been around for a long time.
Yeah, actually, I haven't been there because I don't drink coffee. They just mess up my stomach. I really like tea.
Yeah, no, I don't drink coffee either, but it's just a fun little place to hang out
Yeah.
sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see.
And let's keep walking. I think that is the pink building where Subway is. Is that it?
Yeah,
Oh, look at
Subway.
that color scheme. I already know it's Subway without knowing it's Subway. Yeah, I'm not a fan, but good to know where it is. Oh, I love H Mart. I love H Mart.
Oh,
So if you
H Mart is
ever
the
want to make
best.
Asian food and you don't know where to get except International District, come to H Mart on the app. They have pork belly and they have leeks, they have Asian eggplants, and they have all the bean paste that you ever need to make Chinese food. It's amazing. I already miss living in your district, although it's pretty sketchy sometimes. I used to live on the app like earlier this year, and there's always homeless people yelling outside my window, so I moved out. And then I start to miss all the food and convenience living on the app. it's a struggle. You can
Yeah.
have both.
Ooh. Apparently H Mart is built. We can go inside and check it out.
Wow. Yeah, and I think they have the boba ice cream. Oh, hey,
Oh
look, there's a
yeah.
K-pop star right here. I don't know who he is, but he looks like a K-pop star.
Yeah. I love
Oh,
they have a whole back wall of just ramen.
oh yeah. Dude, this looks exactly like H Mart. Do they sponsor you guys?
Wow. That's super good.
Yeah, these are the frozen food section, and I really like their tofu soup kit. I think it's only like $2 or $3, and there's soft tofu and the sauce in there. You can just add veggies of your choice in there. And I believe here's the alcohol section. You guys are probably underage, but once you turn 21, you can get some soju. I think my favorite flavor is yogurt soju, but I don't really drink
Nice.
alcohol because it just makes me weird.
And apparently upstairs is all good too. I always go up there for
Damn, I didn't know that. That's fancy as fuck.
yeah,
All right, let's go upstairs.
bunch of different sauces.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know who she is, but she looks like a pop star, K-pop star, and more K-pop stars. Great. I think these represent ramens. Maybe. I actually don't remember what second floor was about because I don't come here too much. I think dry food.
I forget. It could be.
Oh, cookies. And I think here is like Asian beauty stuff.
So cool.
Yeah. Damn, I miss it already. I hope I'm not
Yeah.
giving you guys a motion sickness because I'm kind of having motion sickness right now. Okay, I'm just gonna teleport. Wait, no, I don't know where. Oh, I should teleport to 45th in Brooklyn. Alright, so we're kind of at the street that's parallel to the Ave. And here, this tall building is called the UW Tower. Lots of UW employees working here, and it's a really tall building. I think it used to be the tallest building in the district until the M was built. The glassy, obnoxious, luxury student apartment building in the district, which is over. You can see it from here, but it's like somewhere over there. So I went to the UW Tower once my freshman year, and I saw a really beautiful sunset, and it was
awesome.
Amazing. And then I kept trying. I kept trying to go there, and then I think they realized I was just getting a view, so they stopped me from going there. Or just pretend you have a business there, and you can go there with your Husky ID.
Nice. I didn't know that. Gotta try it if it opens up again. And right next to the UW Tower, to the left there, or behind this building, it's going to be the new U District Link station.
Ooh.
And yeah, and this building right here is actually Neptune Theater. They have a bunch of concerts, like they hold bands. It's a music venue. There's also some stand up there. So I actually went to a concert there in February before everything happened. It was a lot of fun. Really close to campus.
Yep. And there it is, the Wells Fargo Bank, pretty often robbed. Yeah, I don't know why I said that, but that came to my mind.
I think right around here, yeah, a little bit before or down the Ave there's a CVS, and there's also across the way the University Bookstore. I just visited there today to see if I can get some books, but they were out of stock, so I got to check again tomorrow.
Ooh, that's tough. Are you getting textbooks?
Yeah, like 4 textbooks for one class, and it's asynchronous, so yeah, got to see.
Yeah, textbooks are usually really expensive.
But sometimes it's nice the bookstore like sell some used ones as well.
Oh yeah, and sometimes sometimes I just look for the textbook on like Google with like a PDF also in my search keyword, and sometimes I'm able to find the PDF version of the textbook, so it's free. Yeah, you guys can try that sometimes. Or there's also a UW textbook exchange Facebook group. Lots of upperclassmen would post their used textbook for really cheap, and hopefully you guys can get a deal and don't have to spend thousands of dollars on textbooks because they're ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, no, I've had some experience where it's like some classes they require the textbooks, but you can either find them online or you can get them pretty cheap online. There's a subscription. Yeah, the secondhand market, pretty easy stuff.
Yep. Yeah, take advantage of Facebook groups. There's like housing groups, secondhand selling groups, and just like there's even a hiking group, I believe. Like, especially I know during COVID, it's hard to make friends and join clubs because you can't just go to a information session anymore. It's all online. So maybe joining some groups will help you to find people who want to do this similar fun things with you, and you guys can hopefully safely have some adventures in Seattle because it's a really fun city. Speaking of Seattle,
yeah, definitely.
Why don't we
yeah, there's a ton of different stuff. Yeah, I love hiking. As you know, there are some hiking clubs and hiking Facebook groups, but I just went a couple times with some friends. Pretty close, like not too much of a drive or a bus ride to the Snoqualmie area. Nice area to hike. And there's also a bunch of different national parks, like the Olympic Forest National Park, Rainier, the Cascades. So very cool. Sort of UW is in a very nice central location to go to all these different hiking spots and national parks.
And my favorite climbing spot is actually called Frenchman Coulee. It's about 2.5 hour drive. Oh, can you guys hear me now?
Oh, it looks like your audio's cutting out a little bit on the stream.
Sorry, I think you should be able to hear me now. Great. Yeah, I was
Yep.
just talking about I'm really into rock climbing, including sport climbing and bouldering, and there are tons of good climbing spots in Washington State. If you don't want to go too far from the city, you can go to a little town called Index. It's actually one of the most famous spots here because the rock resembles the ones in the Yosemite National Park. Its granite is very challenging but really fun. And there's also good bouldering places in Index. You can do both. And my favorite spot is called Frenchman Coulee. It's near a town called Vantage, which is 2.5 hours east in eastern Washington from Seattle near Ellensburg. So the rock there is a lot different. So they're made of lava. I think just what do you call that? So they're made of lava. They're layered after layers. Yeah. And
I forgot.
Super juggy and really fun and all kind of levels. I see little kids climbing there. I took my dog to climb there, and there are also routes that are really hard. I bruised all my knees last weekend and got really exhausted, like overstretched my muscles on my back, on my shoulder, but it was really fun. And there are also tons of other outdoor stuff you can do here, like mountain biking, skiing in the winter time, swimming in the lakes and rivers in summer, and do like backpacking on some really beautiful trails, and do stargazing in summertime. Oh, the star in the mountains are so beautiful. You can see Milky Way all the time. And there was actually a comet this past July and August, and it was awesome.
So cool. Yeah, so a ton of stuff to do outdoors. And if you're not too much of an outdoorsy hiking person, or you just like to do other stuff like play tourist, there's a ton of stuff in Seattle to see. Like, of course, there's Pike Place Market downtown. It's an easy ride on the Link light rail or a bus ride. Of course, granted, some things might be a little closed due to COVID-19, but if you have the chance to look around, it is really fun to shop around. And there's also plenty of different venues that would open up in the future for concerts. Seattle's a big city for just concerts and music, as well as some other stuff like comedy or plays. So tons of different stuff to check out.
And not only is fun to live here, it's also full of opportunities. So Seattle is the home for lots of Fortune 500 companies like Starbucks, Boeing, Amazon, and they hire lots of UW aluminum. So take advantage of it while you're here. Apply for the jobs that you're passionate about, and just boost up your career while you're in college, because there is a career internship center. They are really helpful career coaches and counselors at UW that want to help you to land your awesome internship and full-time job after college. Go to their events, go to virtual career fairs, go to LinkedIn and network with people who work at your dream company, and just tell them you're also from UW, and it's very likely that you can have a coffee chat with them.
Yeah, and UW can connect you through Handshake. There's at the Mary Gates Hall, which is on campus near the Allen Library we saw earlier. There's a career center which can help you practice mock interviews. I believe they might have some online services, and they can also help you sign up through Handshake to check out different companies that UW is partnered with, or just might happen to know that they have jobs with.
Yep, and so right now I just teleported ourselves to Mary Gates Hall. And there is also what is it called? Oh god, I forgot. It's like the Academic Counseling Center. Do you remember the name for it?
Yeah, the Mary Gates Hall is home to. It is the Center for Undergraduate Advising, Diversity, and Student Success. So you can see a general academic counselor there. They can give you advice on what classes to take, definitely depending on your major and whatnot. So I do believe that they have online services.
Yep. Yeah, I remember when I was a freshman, I didn't know what I wanted to major. I was just taking whatever class that attracts my eyeball. And then one day I just feel like, I need some help. I don't just want to be like this for 4 years and then graduate with a general study degree. Okay, so I went in and talked to a counselor, and she sort of helped me figuring out different options that I can go with, and then I eventually found out about design and was really happy about my decision.
Nice. And also, someone in chat just reminded us that there's Clue at Mary Gates Hall. Very useful place to study and get ready for exams. Clue actually holds class-specific study sessions right before exams, or also just weekly review sessions. Very nice to just have practice, and really helps you understand the material. I went a lot for psychology. Yeah,
I remember first quarter freshman year, I was taking calculus, math 124 is like calculus, and I really hated math and wasn't doing really well beforehand. So I just went to Clue, I think every Thursday night, and then the TAs were the Clue student, I don't know what you call them. I just call them the TAs, sort of just help you out with the problems that you have. And they don't just like sort of give you the answer, they guide you through the process and tell you what was not working. And you can try this, you can try that. So they're really good at teaching, and they're trying to help you. And I got a 3.9 in that class eventually, and I'm really happy I went to Clue. It's life-saving for me.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We love Clue success stories.
Yep. Sounds like never mind. Yeah, and next to the Mary Gates Hall, there's actually a pretty important monument on campus called Blocked Out. Do you want to tell us the story about Blocked Out, Kevin?
Sure. So the Blocked Out Monument was actually created by 2 students here on campus in 2005, and it's a monument to sort of commemorate or acknowledge diversity here on campus. So this art installation has a bunch of different interpretations to it. One is that it is a block with footprints in it to show that there's an empty statue standing, and to say that UW might have lacked diverse representation in statuary figures. and as well as it can be used or interpreted as a podium for minority populations to be heard on campus. So this monument was very important and is still really important to acknowledge that we have to ensure that the student body and minority populations here on campus are heard. You can see that there's little ripples in the grass. In real life, it's actually constructed to have like miniature sort of hills, but here in Minecraft, you can see there's like sort of waves. And actually, from an aerial view, the art installation looks like it's the shape of a human ear with sound waves reverberating towards it to sort of commemorate the fact that student body can be heard by the administration of this school in order to make certain demands and acknowledgments of diversity and inclusion.
Yeah, thanks for the story. UDA has been working pretty hard on building the diversity of campus. Like there are different departments and offices being built in response to that movement, like OMAD, Office of Minority Affair and Diversity, and we have Ethnic Cultural Center, Ethnic Cultural Theater for student of the minority students to explore their culture and host events. And we also have the Intellectual House to acknowledge our Native American students on campus and to appreciate the land that we're on. Yeah, it's almost
and there's
time.
also the...
Oh, sorry. Go on.
Oh, no, you're totally good. I was just going to briefly mention also is actually in the hub, DRS, Disability Resources for Students. It's a program to help ensure academic success and inclusion for students with temporary or permanent disabilities. And it's just, a very great program for inclusion for students. That's at the hub where we visited earlier.
Yep. And so right now we're walking down Mount Rainier Vista. And usually on a sunny day like this, you'll be able to see Mount Rainier clearly. But because of ranger distance, we can't really see it. So why don't you guys do an exercise with me? Hold your hands up, both of them, and form a triangle with both of your hands, and then point it at the Rainier Vista, the end of it. And hey, that's where Mount Rainier is. You just created Mount Rainier with Minecraft. Yeah, and actually, a perk about this server is you can actually go to Mount Rainier. They built the mountain.
Oh, yeah.
And why don't we go there? Okay, it didn't teleport me. Why doesn't the teleport always work all the time? Okay, I guess we can go there for now, but it is around a time that we wrap up. And we're at a perfect location to do so. We're at one of the secret gardens on campus called Sylvan Grove. And you might have already seen this place on campus, and if you haven't, check it out when it's still sunny and nice outside, because when it's rainy, you probably don't want to come here because it just feels really sad. So the 4 pillars are representing the 4 core values of UW. In short, they're called life, so loyalty, industry, faith, and efficiency. As a UW tradition, students at their orientation would touch the column that they resonate most with. And then 4 years, what is going on? Okay, there's somebody flying in front of me. And at the end of your education, on your way to your commencement at Husky Stadium, you would touch the same column to complete your education. So, during your time at UW, please don't touch these columns. It would bring you bad luck. I'm just joking. I pretty much touched all of them like multiple times during my time here. And then COVID happened. Oh, God. I'm sorry I did that. Guys, I destroyed the whole world. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Comment in the chat that which column you would or you already did touch. I'm very curious what you resonate most with. I think I touched probably faith. I don't remember. They're like all the same and they all look beautiful. I touched them before I knew what they meant, I was just like, oh my god, these are like Greek pillars. They're so pretty. Mom, take a photo of me right here. And I touch all of them. But if I could choose again, I would touch faith. I think before I came to college, I was a pretty selfish person. I only have faith in myself. But during my time at UW, I was amazed by how talented and kind people here are. So you probably have heard of the term Seattle freeze, right, Kevin?
Oh yeah,
What
of
does it
course.
mean?
Yeah, I believe. I learned about it when I moved up here my freshman year. Seattle freeze is kind of like, isn't that when you just kind of walk by people and they don't acknowledge that you're just walking by? Because I know in California, you kind of walk by some people maybe in the neighborhood and they just, you make eye contact and wave sometimes. But up here, it doesn't happen too much.
Yeah, like it's like a stereotype of Seattleites that they don't really care about you. But at UW, I don't think Seattle freeze exists because everybody is super friendly, and whenever you need help, there's always somebody offering a hand. And when I look at people, they look back at me and smile. Except one time, I was trying to hit on this boy, and he wasn't really interested in me, so he gave me some Seattle freeze. But that was,
Oh, at least it's not too consistent. Yeah.
but that's totally fine. But yeah, my time at UW sort of taught me that having faith in other people is almost just important. Okay, my mic was being weird again. And not it could sometimes it's even more important than having faith in yourself because people are what makes life interesting and reliable. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Kevin,
don't believe I was able to. Oh yeah, sorry about that.
I was just gonna ask you, which pillar did you touch?
Yeah, totally. I was about to say I actually had to unfortunately leave for home early after orientation, so I was not able to touch a pillar. But I think that sort of goes to show that, like, I learned throughout these past couple of years, sometimes things don't go the way you plan them to, but you just got to make it work. So I've learned a lot about how to sort of adapt your time to certain priorities, whether that be classes or other clubs and organizations or work. And you just sort of, I've learned a lot to be flexible and manage my time better and be a lot more independent. So, yeah, this is a really fun area to reflect. We usually end our in person tours here at the Sylvan Grove in front of the columns and reflect on our experience.
Yeah,
So,
of
yeah,
course. Yeah. So, new Huskies, welcome to UW. But at the same time, get ready for challenges and things that will kick your butt because your butt will be kicked and really hard. But you will get through it because UW. Uh, my microphone just won't give me like a great last moment, but I'm gonna fight it. Yeah.
all good.
I think it was that. I was gonna say, you chose UW, UW chose you. It's meant to be. Make the most out of your college life. Fail early, fail forward. And if you think you suck, it's probably true because everybody sucks. That's how you know you'll get better, and you get better and better, and eventually you still suck because your standards are growing too. But it's always nice to know that we are growing, and I think that's one most important thing that I learned at my time at UW. It's there's always chances for you to move forward.
Definitely. Yeah, well said.
Yeah, it's about time that we conclude this tour. Thank you guys so much for coming on to this awesome hour with us. We're really glad to have you to show you the campus that we love and to get to talk to you guys, get to know you a little bit, and get to share our deep passion about food. Mostly food, actually. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm just at Mount Rainier all of a sudden. Wow. I guess somebody helped me to teleport. Yeah, so thank you guys again and enjoy the snow views. If you want to learn more about UW, or if you want to talk to us or other tour guides, let me show you the resources. Yeah, so if you go to just admituw.edu/visit/tour guides, you're able to see all the tour guides like us, but they're all different. They're from different majors. They have different passions. and their emails there already. So feel free to email any tour guides. We are super flexible, and we want to help you with any question you may have about college life. And you can explore the UW campus yourself on the Udubminecraft server. So go to udubminecraft.com. There's a whole tutorial. You can join their Discord chat. I want to give a huge shout out to the team who built this awesome campus. It took them probably hundreds of hours to recreate the campus so truthfully that we were able to walk through it today in the tour. Yeah, Kevin, let's say goodbye to everyone. Thank you guys again for joining us. It's been a fun time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.